It's right there. Jazz Age Thirst Trap. Since we talked about John's pick, let's go into your pick, shall we? Would
I
you
don't
like
appreciate your tone. You're being super
to...
condescending and patronizing right
Wow.
now.
Who, me?
What?
Yeah.
What? Would you like to give the lowdown on this album and why you picked it for us? See how it came back down? I brought it down.
Write it down.
Brought it down.
Write it down. So this band popped up on my Instagram feed randomly, and I was like, "This is super dope." So threw them on ye old shuffle play, and that's mostly how I listen to it. So specifically, when I was trying to figure out what album I wanted, I knew I wanted to do a jazzy album, and I was gonna go with a classic like Louis Armstrong or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought this would be a lot more fun.
Your definition and my definition of fun is a little different. I'm just saying. I'm kidding. Okay, when you hear this album, how do you rate this album for yourself? Like,
I love this album.
I'm guessing it's a 9, 8, 9 for you.
8.
Right?
It'd be an 8.
It'd be an 8.
I bitch in. I wouldn't call it shredding, but
okay. A jazz album shredding. that's,
hey, some jazz albums can shred.
Yeah, when they were heroin, sure. Yeah, that's how they do jazz. Heroin, man. Yeah.
You get some Dizzy Gillespie up in here, like let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
John, take it away. How did you feel about this album, good sir?
Yeah.
It's no Ocho Kalakis.
No, it is not.
Dude, don't talk shit about Ocho Kalakis.
You can talk shit about him.
Don't talk shit.
I'm not talking shit. I like their instrumentals. I so out their vocals, I think.
So it's not something I would seek out on the regular.
Yeah, you don't say.
So to me, this is something, and I feel like Shannon, you'll probably back me up 100% on this. This is an album that should be played in the background while I am on the back porch with my dad, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars. That's where this album belongs.
See, I would say Bonfire, but same vibes.
Hang on.
And it's
hang on, stop me if I'm... You're telling me this album, this one, you see this?
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
Your dad, that I've only met once, likes this album and would sit out back with you, smoke cigars, and drink too.
Yeah,
100%. My father likes Postmodern Jukebox. 100%. When he is in my car, this is what we listen to. Not this album specifically, but like this band.
This is blowing my mind. Hey, shout out to your dad. There you go. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to your dad. Both your dads. 2 for 1.
Whoever, wherever he may be.
Yeah, whatever.
He's at home right now.
With a cigar, listening to this album, probably. He should be. Just for this. So, what do you give it, John? What was your initial...
My initial reaction to this? It doesn't suck.
Well, that's good.
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
Doesn't suck.
So it's a lawnmower for you? It's kind of like just in the background chilling?
Yeah, it's a chilling in the background. Like I give it like a 6.5.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else you want to say?
I think it was Misery Business. Is that where it had the cool guitar solo in there?
That was from Animals of Leaders. Taboshi.
Is that what it was?
Yes, he has a solo, which is ripping. He rips pretty awesome on that song. Kind of true. I had to see who it was. It was that Toboshi. I forgot his last name. He does a lot of picking, and he has like he does John Petrucci, whatever Guitar World universe thing. He does that too. So
yeah, that was really cool. I dug that. I was like, wow, that's. I mean, because that was kind of out of left for this album.
A little bit, a little bit.
I was like, wait, that what?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
All right, let me see if I can put my words together.
Get your thoughts together. But
so my question to you, Shannon.
It's 2 weeks, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Do they do original music?
I don't think so. I think this is all covers.
Disappointment.
Um,
I have to take this in different stages. So stage number 1, this is brilliant. And I'll tell you why it's brilliant. It's all covers. But you take the covers and you make them into something different that nobody's heard of, right? Jazz. Who talks about jazz? Not many people. You don't hear it that much, especially on this channel and all the other stuff that we listen to. Megadeth is the closest to jazz that I know about because he loves jazz in his music. I'm like, yeah, you can say it's jazz, it's thrash metal, whatever, it's jazz. It's sped up speed metal, right? Jazz is very fast. I appreciate the notion of taking this and making it into a whole new world, but I have a problem where there's no original music. I believe that a band that is putting out music is just copying music and just twisting it into a new flavor. I give it an 8 for concept. It's a great concept. I give it a 9. It's a really good concept. But the execution is like a 4 because like there's no originality except changing it to jazz. To me, I give it a 6. I give it a 6. I did listen to it a couple times because I didn't realize it was covers. I thought it was originals, and I was like, "Hold up, I know this song." I'm like, "Hang on," but then I realized it's all covers. I'm like, "Oh, man, like it's hard for me to like a band that has no originality except changing the sound. Ocho Kalakis is very original. And we have to admit, that is super original. But the execution was a little bit off on them for me. Being with this, I mean, I give it a 6. That's pretty good. He gave it a 6.5. Don't hiss at me. Don't hiss.
No. Look. You like something, you don't like something. It's fine, but you're not making any sense.
How? It's all covers. There's no original music.
But you said the concept of it is a 9.
It's a 9 because they took covers and they made it into jazz, but you're really not musicians if you don't write original covers. You're just a cover band.
I disagree.
You're making music off of you're
are
making money.
Completely changing genres and you're completely changing time signatures. How is that not being a musician?
Because you're just taking music from another person and you're just reformatting it into something else. Actually, it's copyright problems. They have to pay these people to be able to do this. That's what cover songs are.
Is it all music just reforming it into something?
Yeah, but it's original music. They're not a cover band. No cover bands get notoriety. Except them. That's the only cover band I know that gets notoriety. They think they're like
because no other band has done what they've done.
Because
who else has done what Scott Bradley has done?
Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to. It's just the whole fact that if they wrote original music, I would love to listen to it because they are great musicians. They are wonderful musicians. But you're just taking a song like, all right, we'll change this a little bit because we're doing jazz and this, and well, we already know the lyrics, so there ain't no much thought about that one.
Have you ever changed like, have you ever looked at changing music keys and writing music in that way? Literally
did-
just changing a key, not even changing full genres and time signatures.
Well, I'm not a guitar player, so I can't say yes. I only play drums, so it's not really changing. Well, okay. If I could put it in
I
key
think the amount of
form,
creativity and ingenuity that comes in doing that, completely changing a genre, is masterful. I think that shows that you understand music more than anybody who writes their own.
oh, what do you mean by understanding music? Because it's already tabbed out. There's nothing they change about the song. The song's already there. They already have the cake. They just put a little sprinkles on it, like, hey, here you go. That's what they did. That's what they did.
Nope.
John,
Nope.
John,
Yeah.
help me,
Yeah.
help me. They already
Uh,
had the cake. The cake was already there. The songs are there. They just put the sprinkles on it with extra. They jazzed it up. They had jazz fingers. that's what they did.
No.
Jazz
No.
hands.
Jazz hands. That's
No.
it. Jazz hands.
You are making you're making this sound like
Like, it's
you're
cool to do covers. I understand. Metallica had a whole album of just covers, and everybody dug it because they made it Metallica. So they had these songs that were cool. They made it cooler. They did the same thing, but what the problem is there's no. I would love to hear original music from them. I think that's what's missing from this band. You can do all these covers and make all this money and notoriety, but you're just taking songs and you're just redoing the ingredients into a different cake. And I like bands that are okay, we'll do our covers to show you we love these bands, but this is our original music. It's like I would like to hear original music from them. I really would. But it's just a cover album. It's covers. That's all it
but
is.
but but the concept is, hey, you know this song, now it's in this different style, maybe you check out this other style now.
Yeah, but the
It's a
originality of
gateway.
a gateway to the songs that are already made millions.
No, I think it's a gateway to this style of
Yes.
jazz or to ragtime or to swing.
All right, you make a good argument. That is a good point because
Also, you said the concept is a 9.
the concept's a 9, but what the problem is, originality is a 4.
But this is the concept.
The
If
con-
the concept is a 9
but-
and they executed the concept, then the album is a 9.
but the originality meaning writing your own songs. They haven't wrote no songs. They wrote no lyrics.
They wrote music.
They took songs that
about
are
the
already
lyrics?
made.
They listened to
There was no like creativity to a certain point. Like when you look at a song from 0 to 100%, it was already at 80%. It was already filled. They just put in their little extra stuff. They just put a little topping. You know what? We'll put a strawberry on top. Look, the cake's done. Look at that. Look at our cake. Motherfucker, I made this 2 hours ago. Yeah, but you didn't put the strawberry on. Now it's my cake.
I can't talk to you.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely, this is you do not understand. No, that is not what happened.
On this segment, we know how to make Shannon upset. Doggy. Good dog. He knows you're upset. So she knows?
does.
She
knows. Yeah.
She knows.
She's just looking for an excuse to try and be psycho.
She wants airtime. All right. Well, that was my take.
Well, your take is showing that you absolutely do not understand genre changes. So
Maybe. But I know what I like and I don't like. Hey, I gave it a 6. That's still a lawnmower. It's still a lawnmower.
it's your reasoning.
Did I erase it from my
Thank you.
phone very quickly? Yes.
I don't care about that.
I'm kidding.
No,
Actually,
it doesn't make any sense. You make no sense. You make no sense.
yeah, tell that to my ex-wife.
I don't think we need to go down that road. That's a different.
No,
That's
that's
a
way
different.
different.
That's a different
That's
therapy for another day.
Yes, good
that's a
man.
whole other
Good
thing.
job. All right. Well, Shannon's pick was Jazz Age Thirst Trap. Thank you, Shannon, for the pick. That was very unique of you to pick. I appreciate it.
Now that
Don't
we're
listen
done
to
fucking with each
my-
other on these picks,
No idea what he's talking about. It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe I
It's on,
do.
y'all.
Maybe I don't.
It's on.
Yes, John.
I was gonna say, I think it is a. It is a gateway thing to check out different style of music.
Sure. I admit to that. I do.
And but whether or not they actually do anything
But you're saying
original, I mean,
what you're saying right now is the lyrics are the thing that matter in a song. The lyrics are the cake. The lyrics aren't the cake.
Well, okay, the music. The music's part of the cake, right? They didn't redo the music. They just added jazz to the music. It's still the same music.
No, they completely
it
rewrote a
is-
lot of this.
a lot of the
It's
songs
the
are
the melody. The melody is into now like a jazz time signature
so
and a
these
jazz
like
key.
so you're taking pop songs, which a lot of these are, and you're jazzing
Most of
them
them,
up.
yeah.
John, I don't like your tone.
I'm just
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. His throat. He's like deeper. I don't like your tone. All I'm saying is, it's you have cover bands and you have original bands. They are a cover band. This is a cover band, and
I think you're undermining what they're actually doing, though.
I mean, maybe jazz is not up my alley, but I do think it's a great idea to make it jazz because they opened up a door for people, like John said, and you, for jazz. But they also, it's a gold mine because they get to sit back and be like, all right, what songs are coming out this year? We'll jazz that one up, that one, that one. Let's start figuring out, right? That's what they did. They waited for songs to come out and they picked the ones they wanted to do. Yes, that is correct. Am I right? And basically, they just got to sit back and be like, yeah, that's a hit song. We'll do that one. That's all they did, right?
So I didn't want to have to bring this up.
Yes.
There is an artist.
Oh shit.
That
are you talking about?
Oh,
sorry.
There is an artist that does the very same thing. He just happens to do things in a parody form.
Weird Al.
Yes.
He's a cover.
He made a career out of it, and he did a damn good job out of it.
Funny enough, I was thinking of Weird Al too. I'm like, well, this is he's a cover artist. He's a cover band too. He's the same thing. He is. He just sat back and waited and be like, we can redo this song. And he made millions off of it.
He puts on one hell of a show.
And I bet you he does. But the whole thing is, every song he does is not a cover song. He does write original music.
He does.
He's got like 4 original songs.
No.
He has a lot.
No, he has a lot.
He does.
They are based on a style of
whatever the theme is of that.
Whatever the theme, like it could be like Beach Boys or Queen or Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
those are just the 3 that came up to the top of my head. But those are not necessarily parodies of those bands. It's just he made a song in that style.
Yeah,
of that band.
Which I think is a step up because he can take covers and he does original music. That's what I wanted from this band. It's like, hey, you did a cover album. Cool. What is your next album? Covers. All right. What's the next album? Covers. All right. I saw the there's so many albums I can listen to that have all covers. It's like I want original music of jazz. Like you're a jazz band, show me original jazz music so I can okay, this is the gateway album to this album of original music. They are missing out. They should write original music. If they're that famous, why not? Right?
I think you're undermining what he does. I also think you're undermining what Weird Al does.
I love Weird Al. I give him more credit than this because he does write parodies and original music. It's no different than a band going out like Metallica did a whole cover album and they did original music and then they do one. A lot of these bands now will do 9 songs and one cover of something from the past. That's cool. That's kind of the norm now. A lot of them do that. But when you do whole full covers and you keep doing cover album after cover album, it gets kind of it's a niche that people like that as yourself and evidently your dad like that
Slayer did a cover album too.
yeah
Undisputed Attitude,
which is great. It's a great album, but that's all they did. It wasn't like they kept doing covers. And it's like I like originality, like a full original song. I would like to hear original music from them. That's what I'm telling you. I like the band. Just give me some original stuff. When you start being a jukebox, it's like, you only can like it to a certain point. I can't, I know the original songs. I like them. It's like, I'm just saying. I think I heard some feelings. Maybe I don't understand it from your point of view, and that's okay because you like it, and I hope you still rock out.
I just think you're undermining what the amount of like work that goes into something like that. That's
the work is halfway because the song's already halfway done. So it's already 50% done. Do you agree? A lot of those songs are the lyrics are already done, the melody's already done, the structure of the songs already done.
That's like saying, hey, look, I gave you an outline for a book. And so basically the book's written. Like you shouldn't get that much credit for writing the book. That's what I'm hearing from you right now.
I'm giving you a coloring book and half the coloring book's already colored. You got to fill in the rest.
That's not the same thing.
Oh yeah. You take a picture and you fill it in halfway. It's already halfway done.
No, you're saying, hey, look, we have an outline.
Yeah,
you have an outline for a book, write a novel. But the novel is basically written because I gave you the outline.
It is, but you're just adding stuff to the novel to make it your novel. The novel's already done. You're just adding in special things that make it your outline. Pretty much. You already got the subject, the title, and you got the paragraphs to the ending chorus of it. A song is a book. If you think you got a title of the song, which is the title of the book, you have everything in the song, which is the book, and you have the ending. You can't convince me otherwise. I gave it a 6.
Oh my.
Oh. I appreciate the album though. All right. Let's jump off it. Let's jump off this.
Yeah, it's been about 15 minutes. So.
All right, let's jump off it. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you bringing it. I really do. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
No, you definitely don't. You 100% do not.
Did she really have to hold?
I hope anyone who's a writer just like bashes the comments right now.
That's a phone.
Yeah, that's 100% a phone.
Yeah, because the thing is, it says today's hits yesterday.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
Wow, we'll end it with that. Shannon, thank you for your pick. I I really do. Thank you. I do appreciate you bringing it. I really
Breathe.
do. I
Breathe. Breathe
do. I
a
do
little
appreciate
bit.
it.
Breathe. It's
I
okay.
do